as Mamdani looks to put his far-left stamp on New York City. Word of caution from across the pond. Columnist Washington Post writing this. London's sad decline is a warning to New Yorkers, adding that the left-wing mayor there has caused economic misery in the British capital. A changing city. Douglas Murray wrote it, New York Post contributor, with us now. And hello to you, sir. Good morning. I was reading this from Matthew Lynn in the Washington Post. It says a lot of things. It says the main problem is surely this: London has shifted a long way to the left. Explain.
There's no doubt about that. First of all, there have been the taxation policies, very similar to what Zohran Mamdani is talking about, tax the rich. Guess what? That means that a lot of the rich have just left. London in the last 12 months has lost around 12,000 multimillionaires. That has an enormous impact on the rest of the economy in the city, all sorts of retail issues and much more. Some of the left are now saying in London, well, good riddance to them. They obviously weren't that loyal to it. Well, they'll soon start to pay the price for that. One of the second ones is similar transport policies to what Zohran Mamdani thinks. If you get people out of their cars, you get them onto buses, you get them onto the public transport, and you make sure, in the case of Mamdani, that the transport is free, except it's not free because you have to pay for it in taxation. And actually what happens is the transport becomes less safe, fewer people want to travel on it, and more people travel into town in their cars. So all of this stuff has been tried, and none of it works. But the really interesting difference to me is it's actually pretty difficult if you are a high net worth individual in London to leave the UK, because there's one tax jurisdiction, because you have to move to another country. So people are moving to, for instance, Italy. That's really quite difficult to do. By comparison, well-to-do New Yorkers, it's very, very easy to leave the city. Easiest thing imaginable. Move out to Florida or whatever. So Mamdani and co., they like this idea of sort of punishing the rich, punishing the well-off. But actually, they're going to discover in time, and New Yorkers will discover what that actually means. London's already discovering it.
Let's show you some comparisons between Mamdani, what he wants to do, and what Khan has done in London. So vowing to increase the minimum wage, right? That's one of them. Mamdani wants to go to $30 per hour. On affordable housing, he wants to freeze rent. He wants to try to build some affordable housing. Khan said last year that he was going to try to do 40,000 new council homes by the end of the decade. That would be like our public housing. And then Mamdani has also delivered, wants these free buses, and Sadiq has frozen bus fares 6 times since he was elected in 2016. So you see all that degradation. There's also the problem that the consequences of losing your financial capital status is that there's less innovation, fewer entrepreneurs. Universities don't want to be there. You don't want to, you don't get the best and the brightest, and everything starts to fall apart.
That's for sure. And as I say, I mean, London's been going through that for about 10 years. It's massively sped up in the last year. And there is this assumption from socialists like Mamdani that a city like New York or a city like London can put up with endless punishment. As it were, it's such a great thing to squeeze. There's so much wealth you can squeeze out of it. And actually, that isn't the case. And as we all know historically, New York has been through plenty of slumps before in its history, some of which at the time looked terminal. It's been the same for London. It's not the case you can keep punishing these mega cities and they'll just keep rewarding the democratic socialists or whatever they want to call themselves. And I'd add just one other thing. Law and order. In London, the law and order policies of the mayor, Sadiq Khan, have meant that phone theft is rife. The police don't check up on any, low-level crime. It'll be the same in New York. After all, we've just seen that Mamdani seems to think that the NYPD have a habit of just putting their boot on the necks of New Yorkers. What more can you want to see to know his view on the police?
Put a fine point on all this. In the Post article, under Khan and the Prime Minister Keir Starmer, new ideas get blocked and wealth creation is demonized.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We'll see that replayed if Mamdani wins next week.
Thank you, Douglas.
Douglas, it's great to see you. It's sad for those of us who have loved London for a long time.
Sad for us
but
who
we
love
don't want
New
it in
York.
New York either.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.